Hi Aries, welcome to Higher Source Tarot for your mid-month February Tarot and Oracle card reading. This is a reading for all Aries, Sun, Moon, Rising, and Venus. Today's reading will be a detailed Celtic cross-style reading. I do post new readings on Friday, then again on Monday. Fridays are always a general reading. Mondays are different every week. I also add in a Wednesday bonus reading here or there, so if you don't mind hitting the like button on this, it does something to the algorithm so people will see the reading, but then when those Wednesday readings are available, YouTube will make sure that you're aware that those are out and about if you're interested. What advice do you have for Aries, please? What does Aries need to know, please, for the best and highest good of all concerned with Aries? Messages for Aries. All right. We will lay out the tarot here. We're also going to pull a Sacred Destiny card to get the underlying theme. These have already been shuffled. You have here your current situation, the Three of Swords. Oh dear. In the immediate influence, well, that looks a whole lot better, is the Magician. In your subconscious, you have the Page of Pentacles. In the distant past, the Page of Wands. You've got the Death card. In the more recent past, the Ten of Cups is coming towards you. I like that a lot, especially if you are going through something challenging. You're represented by the Moon. You're attracting a Four of Cups. The Four, Five of Cups. Five of Cups is in your hopes and fears. Ace of Cups in the outcome. I like this a whole lot. But I feel like they're saying, do not fear. Now, I'm not trying to get all religious on you. I'm not, hugely religious myself. But somebody once told me, I was going through something about 13 or 14 years ago, and this man was deeply religious, but he said to me, well, the Bible, even more than it says to love, it tells you not to fear. And I'll never forget that. And I just kind of hung on to that. You know how it goes when you're going through a dark period. You just take one more step to as far as you can see, and when you get to as far as you can see, you go a little bit farther. That is one day at a time. So you're definitely going through something, but I feel like you're coming out on the other side of it. So even if you say, no, that was a blip on the radar, yeah, I was mad, but you're moving towards something so much better here. Now, the clarifiers that you have here, the Knight of Pentacles, which is your guardian angel of finance, the King of Pentacles, who has the Midas touch, and the King of Swords, which brings in mental clarity, reason, and it's great for the ability to let go of something. Because the King of Swords will not keep any person, place, or thing around that does not serve him and does not fit with him. So if you do need to let go of somebody who broke your heart a bit, even if it's like a colleague or somebody who talked about you and you say, man, that one stung, I definitely see you as being able to do that with ease. You have three major arcana. We have Scorpio and Pisces here. We've got quite a bit of water, Pisces, Scorpio, and Cancer. We've got fire, air, and earth. So we do have all the elements, but you have stand still back here, okay? And so I do feel like there may be something about this. If you've been at a standstill, I feel like you are going to move forward. If it just seems like I get this sort of restless energy, like you can't quite control a situation or seem to, and we can't, right? We can't control people, places, or things. But I do feel like if something's been frustrating you because it has not been moving forward, things are going to move forward with much more clarity. So there's nothing here that will continue any kind of confusion. You do have an important conversation happening regarding money. So if you had something at work, I feel like you're going to have new opportunities to make money. And some of you too, you've got a new beginning. If it's something to do with a housing situation, if you got boxed out or edged out of something, or even, I know this is on the mundane level, but I feel like somebody had hurt feelings here. Even if it was like a vacation or you weren't invited to something, I feel like it's going to help you to pivot and move in a new direction. And so that reasonableness, that King of Swords, he's very rational and reasonable. He's no drama. He does not get involved in drama. It doesn't interest him. He's more about setting goals and surpassing them. With the King of Pentacles and the King of Swords, the King of Swords, the swords were nobility when the cards were made. So this is all about honoring commitments. It's very stable energy coming towards you. And so I feel like if it's a love relationship too, because we haven't even touched that, it'll be somebody who is so mature and they're emotionally available with the energies that are here. But I feel like when they commit, they don't mean maybe. This is not somebody who's wishy-washy. So if you've been with an indecisive energy, which is this, all right, if you had somebody that maybe even it was a water sign and they were a bit, because some of the water signs can be a bit indecisive if you're not aware of that. And, you know, I don't know. You'd have to tell me if that you think, you know, some of you probably are with a water sign and it's worked beautifully, but I do feel like you're going to get a decision. And so whatever's been holding you back, I just don't see it continuing, not with this in your midst. Now, you've got both the 1 and the 10. So the Ace and the 10 of Cups, which are the pip cards. And so I do feel like with this is the energy that you're coming into. This is the outcome, the Ace of Cups. It's an overflowing cup. So again, you're moving forward into something that's going to evolve and give you more opportunities. It's better than what you thought you could have is what I get with this, whether it's a house or a move. And if it's something to do even with a vacation, like I said, if you didn't get invited to something, I feel like you're going to plan something better anyway. And you're going to be like, I'm kind of glad I didn't go on that. I would have had to, or if it was some kind of a, again, like a social commitment, but it was going to cost some money. Even like a concert, and you go, well, that would have been a few $100s. I'm not, yeah. I feel like you're going to end up with something better. Okay, so anything that passed you by, no problem, no worries. Just don't invest too much energy in it because then it will continue to grow. Now, if somebody did cause a 3 of Swords, kind of a stab to the chest there, my word, that magician energy is perfect because the magician is not stage magic. It's not creating illusions. It's getting rid of them. So if there was something around you that you didn't see clearly, the magician is going to have you with an eagle eye vision. So any contracts that you sign, anything you're doing that kind of business way, or even in relationships, you're going to see them very clearly. So the 3 of Swords can be resisting change. Be careful not to give people too many chances. If they've hurt you or done something, we can't unsee the scene. So if there's been something, you may say, I'm just going to let that one go. I'm just not going to engage in it. The magician brings in so many opportunities too. So I do feel like you are going to be taking a step forward in terms of finding people who are exciting to be with, who are interesting, who are fascinating. And there may be somebody too, if you do meet someone new who has quite a bit of intel, I feel like they're going to be able to give you a lot of insight and explanation. If you were a bit flummoxed by that 3 of Swords, if it was confusing to you, like, how did this even happen? The magician will give you such insight and clarity that you'll say, okay, now I see it just was not meant for me. But the magician is a master manifester, so pay attention to your feelings, Aries, because those are the real key to it all. And if you did have a broken heart in a relationship, if the person has kind of been wanting to stay in touch with you, but not wanting to really move forward, I feel like you have somebody new coming in. Because that 3 of Swords, we just don't want to be strung along on that energy. You've got another one of these wonderful court cards. The Page of Pentacles in your subconscious is going to open new doors for you. So for some of you, if it is a relationship, it'll be somebody who's very interested and intrigued by you. You'll find that when you talk with them, they seem fascinated by you. They're, like I said, intrigued. And so they want to understand you. They want to know more about you, but they also want to build a future. It's someone who's very long, it's a long-lasting relationship if you're single right now. Even if you say you don't really have a time or interest in it, I still feel like you're attracting people who are going to be interested in you. So with this in terms of work, though, this is also the student. He's the student of life. So in terms of a job, if things have gotten kind of stale at your current job, or they've taken a turn and you don't know that you want to stay there any longer, I do feel like you have a new opportunity coming in. And it may involve a move. I get kind of like if you're saying, well, I'm planning something longer term to move to a new area, I feel like it's going to work out seamlessly, effortlessly. So especially if you're trying to move to perhaps a more temperate climate, somewhere where the weather's a little kinder, gentler, and predictable. I just get, whatever this is, it's like, it's very trustworthy and predictable. So whatever you're asking about, there's nothing here where it's going to be scary at all. You've got another page, which I love this one. So the Page of Wands is a very friendly, affable kind of an energy. So I do feel like you may have clicked with somebody until maybe you unclicked. Someone that you thought would be your ride or die, they just ended up being more the second part of that. It's like, no, this fizzled out, didn't it? But I also feel like with this, it's you getting your second wind, you getting back into your Aries energy and not letting anybody defeat or deflate you, because you're a powerful sign. Aries goes where other signs can't. And so with this, if you were inspired to take action, you had that second wind. If you were in a relationship and you let the physical body get a bit out of your out of maintenance, you had some deferred maintenance. This is where you say, I'm going to that group exercise fitness thing, or I'm joining this new gym, I'm working out with a trainer. It's having that where you're inspired to take action on any problem areas of your life. You will not just ignore them. So if you had a bit of a period where you stuck your head in the sand and just kind of ignored some things, this is where you're inspired to take action again and say, I have to resolve this. I can't continue to look away and ignore a problem. So with this, it brings great resolution. But like I said, I feel like you get back into your own energy, your own power. So the Death card comes in, and it's all about a new beginning. And it's an exhilarating new beginning, especially with that Page of Wands coming up the rear. It pushes you forward. And so with this, anything that doesn't serve you won't be attractive or attracted to you. So you may find that it's too tedious to keep up relationships that are meant to be let go. With the energy of the Death card, though, I also feel like you're going to learn some things about yourself. Those of you especially that are saying, how did I get here? How did this take a turn? And if it's something where it seemed like it really was not so much about you and how your behavior was in the relationship, but the other person. And not that we don't own what we do, but I just feel like it was a lot of them. I just think that you're going to move forward and you're going to be free. All right. This is the dawn of a new day. It's a new beginning, a brand new beginning for you. And it's a big transformation. So especially where relationships are concerned, it doesn't have to be love, but even friendships or coworkers, there's a transformation in your energy. And I'll tell you what, you're going to be attracting, but you're also going to feel free. There is something that I feel like needs to be removed from you, and you're going to be free from it here, and it's going to feel lighter and easier, and like you have more opportunities coming forward. Now, if it is something to do with the housing that you've had to keep pushing against and are, architecting and going, am I pushing too hard? Am I forcing this? With the 10 of Cups, here's where you get that rainbow after the storm. Here's where you get belief again, that everything is working out for you. There's nothing working against you. It's just when we start to find things, especially if we dip down into low vibrational energies and we align with people, places, and things, and we start to try to focus on raising our vibration, but they're not raising theirs. I feel like you're getting into a place where people around you are just going to be a better fit, a better match. This is a yes card, though. So if you're asking a yes or no question, the answer is yes. So the moon represents you. It's interesting because it is Pisces energy. So it also, too, may be a timing card. All right, if you're going through something, it may get resolved in March. I get this, like right before, in the Pisces season, right before you begin your Aries season. So with this too, though, there's answers to questions, secrets, information is revealed. This is the energy too, where it's always darkest before the dawn, but you have a shift coming in here. Now, I want to tell you too, though, if you have a relationship question about an ex, yes, they do keep tabs on you. But I just feel like if they're not being upright and forthright and sincere and really showing you, it's like, show me, don't tell me. I just don't see you playing that game with anyone. So you might find that you get into a little period of solitude if there's somebody that's been, like I said, kind of stringing the relationship along, and for some reason they don't want to seem to reconcile it, but they want to keep you available. You're not an option. You're a priority. So I just don't see you doing that. I feel like you're going to meet somebody new. But I still feel like with this Four of Cups, it's either you towards somebody around you, like some colleague or a friend. But I also get it, though, in reconciliation. I hate to say that because I know some people are really wanting it to be so. But if that's what you're getting off of this, I'll tell you what, I'd move forward with somebody new based on these cards, because you have real love here. And we don't want to sit in sadness. We don't want to be in a Five of Cups state of mind. It's like crying over spilled milk. And I feel like, too, if it is a person that you have a whole list of reasons why you think they should want to be with you because you've got a lot more going for you. I apologize. I started laughing because it is kind of funny. I do feel like you're just going to say, look, they're a project. Okay. You got somebody coming in here who's not a project. So if the disappointment is about something that changed at your job, you have a brand new beginning. that is going to leave your heart full, where you're going to say, I feel like I stand in the sunlight of the Spirit in this day and age, in this time, space, reality. I feel like I'm right on the right track, on the right course, and more will be given. So you definitely have a beautiful outcome, whatever it is you're asking about. So with the angels here, let's hear about this for Aries, please. What else, please, does Aries need to know? Messages for Aries. Be assertive. That shouldn't be too hard. You've got meditation brings answers. I meant to tell you that with the moon. So that watery energy, the seed of the soul appears. Meditate. You've got helpful people. So if somebody does give you intel like we talked about, I do feel like it's coming from a good place and it will be helpful within the next few weeks. We said that. And you've got a yes. You create your own reality. You can have, do, or be anything. I love you, Aries, and I'll be back again soon.